it seems there's fire on the mountain. There's a serious red alert because it seems Dr. Ngozi has mistakenly appointed a Fulani man into the cabinet. I mean, to my surprise, I just uncovered, and so many Biafrans have been complaining that what's going on. We have a Yakubu in the cabinet. We have a Muslim who has been nominated as the Secretary of State for Energy. What's going on? It seems because Amonepa is not around, mistakes are flying here and there. What's the reaction?
Enough of all this, futile criticism. Anyway, being skeptical is another way of imbibing wisdom, but nobody should be criticizing the nation called Biafra, which is on its credo stage. Appointment of Secretary of State for Energy, Mr. Yakubu, if you ask me, is no strange. It's no news. It's not supposed to be growing ripples across the world. Do you know why?
A Muslim in the cabinet?
Listen, good. I would like criticism to be coming forward. I like that. I'm good on argumentative. People that are criticizing appointment of Yakubu, they lack knowledge. They don't know history. They don't know that a Gala state is located in the mid-belt. A Gala state is sharing boundary with Taraba. Kaba, which is in Kogi. Kaba is largely Yoruba. Then you have, even is close to Kwara. They have formerly Kwara State with Benue. So the Mr. Yakubu of a man is just like Yakubu Gowon of a man. Yakubu Gowon is a Christian. He still answers Yakubu. Yakubu meaning Jacob in the Christendom.
Jacob?
Yes, that's the meaning of Yakubu. So why must he why must he be growing repos? There are many Hassans. Kuka, the Archbishop of Sokoto Diocese, is a Christian. Hassan Kuka is from Sokoto, original Hausa man. Yakubu might be, I'm telling you guys, from Igala. Igalas are Igbos in the northern region of Biafra. They are having boundary with Taraba, boundary with Cross River, boundary with Kaba in Kwara State. They control 24 local governments in Kogi State. Kogi State, you find out that the whole Ibura there have actually infiltrated the Igbo Igala. The Biafra, most of the Biafran community in Kogi State. The Ibura people are Muslim largely. That's where Falake Abiodu James comes from. That's Ibura is where Yaya Bello, the former governor of Kogi State, that actually embezzled almost 1 trillion naira, is from that axis. I don't know what I understand. So if Yakubu is appointed Secretary of State for Energy in Biafra land, it's good. Listen, we have Igbos that are sharing boundary with Hausa in the north, and we don't force our religion on those people. But let me tell you, this Yakubu you are talking about, you've not actually come out with your feasibility studies on whether he's from a Muslim family or from Christian family. What are you talking about? What about Tunde Bakare? A sitting pastor in Yoruba land is from Muslim family.
Okay,
and many of them, wait. What I'm trying to say is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The 40 states of Biafra could not be 120% Christians, all of them. In most of these states, there are still Muslims there who are Igbo Muslims. See, let us behave like advanced people. You don't have to criticize Biafra. It's too early. It's too early. That guy, Yakubu, they are the mid-belt, which is Kogi State. I don't understand. Is Kogi, is Yakubu from Ebonyi State to Anambra State? You should come forward with your basket loaded with, criticisms. But this time around, you've not even allowed the man to die before burying him. Allow Biafra to come.
But Mr. Raf, I think there's a conflict of interest here, and I think you are backtracking.
No,
because I want to challenge you. The very tenet of Biafra is first and foremost Christianity.
Yes.
Now, appointing Muslims into important roles, don't you think the Muslim ideology will, in a short while, corrupt that Biafran spirit? Because we know how Simon Ekpa had come out and said, yes, he understands they are Muslim Igbos.
Okay.
But these guys will not hold important roles because they will corrupt, because they would start preaching Islamization. And that is one of the problems why Biafra said they had to leave Nigeria. And now you are embracing the same Muslim.
Okay, listen, good. Don't be surprised that Aisha Yusuf will be included in our cabinet if it comes so soon.
She's Aisha
Yusuf is an Edo woman, a Muslim. Yakubu, you are talking about, might come from Auchi. Don't forget that Edo State is among. There are many communities in Edo State that were incorporated into Biafra states or communities in that particular state. Remember that Auchi mostly are Muslims. Yakubu might come from that angle. Remember that Benue State, they have Muslim, Idoma, and the rest of them. The whole Idoma could not all be Christians. See, there is no argumentative I could not match with. It is part of my life. I know that mostly Mid-Belt today will not even actually enumerate the numbers of plateau communities that were teamly Christians, yet they are among Biafran states. Listen and listen good. Do you know that the border we have with Nigeria is from Abuja? It's supposed to be. That was the former East Central state of Nigeria, from Abuja down to Atlantic Ocean.
What do you mean? I'm
telling you, listen now, this is divide and rule. This is a ruthless policy introduced by Fulani into our system to bring down Igbo man. The former East Central state, go and do your investigation, started from Plateau State. Plateau State has large chunk of land that are ceded to Abuja today. Niger State is part of the Mid-Belt. They have the largest land size that is ceded to Abuja today. Then you have Taraba, where Tiwa Donjuma comes from. Then you have Kogi today. Kogi, all the Egalas are the Igbo North, and they follow any religion they like. It does not mean they are going to contaminate our ideology of what? Judaism. We are still Judaists, all of us. And let me shock you. In Israel today, go and do your investigation. The whole Israeli currently in Tel Aviv, in Jerusalem, in Ashkelon, in West Bank, everywhere, are not Judaists. You have many Arab Israeli. They practice their Muslim, but they have the blood of Zionism.
But they don't occupy important positions.
No, it doesn't matter. Yakubu, you have not actually come out if Yakubu himself is a practicing Muslim or not.
He bears the name. What else do you need to know? He bears the name. He is occupying one of the most critical positions.
Listen good. Yakubu, go on.
They are talking of the oil resource. I think the Fulanis have been able to find a clandestine way to infiltrate Ngozi.
Do you know that Danjuma is from Taraba State? Theophilus Danjuma is a Christian. Do you know that? Do you know that Yakub Gowon is among the Langtang? Is from Plateau State.
But when you see
wait now, let me finish.
Who dealt with Biafra?
Listen now, let me tell you now.
You shouldn't be
worried. Yakub Gowon is a Christian. He answers Yakubu.
Being a Christian, he has the Muslim roots.
Yes. Listen,
and he actually,
how do you know the ancestors, the ancestry link of this current Yakubu of a man appointed as Secretary of State for Energy in Biafra government? How do you know him? You've not investigated him. You've not even done your, feasibility studies on him. Investigate him too well. Go along, do your case studies well before you come out with your basket full of criticism. Stop criticizing Yakubu. Yakubu is already appointed in Finland, in exile. And I'm telling you that man is a good man. He must be doing well. In Biafra land, we don't demarcate between traditional worshippers and Christianity and Christians. No. We don't demarcate any Igbo man that was maybe living in the north. They convince him to become a Muslim. If he comes to Igbo land, or if he's among the Biafra let me say, public office holders, provided is not a disgruntled politician that will cause problem. We've actually known that it's going to be there. Whom we are appointing now are what? People, good materials that could at least deliver good governance to the members of the public within the contraption, Federal Republic of Biafra. Leave Yakubu alone. Yakubu is Jacob. Yakubu might come from a Muslim mother, and yet is a Christian. Yakubu might come from a Muslim father, yet he is a Christian. Well, how more? How are you going to dispense your own judgment and criticism against Hassan Matu Kuka, the Archbishop of Sokoto Diocese? The whole names he bears is only Matu that is in middle. You don't know the middle name, the maiden name of this so-called Yakubu that is included in Biafra public office holders. And you are now started your own, onslaught, critical onslaught against a man you've not known too well. Do you think it is right for a philosopher to be judged by his toilet habits? Wait until you actually come out with full profile of the man called Yakubu. His profile has not been made known to the members of the world. It is when the actual music starts, Biafra begins. That is when you will come out to know his thorough profile. His profile is still very, very in darkness. Very, very, not quite defined or explained to the members of the public.
I am of the philosophy that when you perceive danger, it is wise to immediately approach it before it starts growing branches. But because I know what we have seen, and we understand quite well how the Fulanis operate. These are people who are very, 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 sinister in their agenda, and of course they have so many moles that they can just push around. Because as it stands today, we understand that the United States of Biafra has gained what we call global recognition.
Okay, like myself, my sister, my immediate senior sister, was abducted in 1970, I think, by a Kano man.
Abducted or married?
I'm telling you, abducted. That word, I use abducted because it wasn't her intention. Then on getting to Kano State, she gave birth to how many children to the man?
Among those children, or just
among those children are
this
twins.
was just during the war.
I'm saying my own sister. This is my name now. Now my sister blood, I tell you. So many years after, I think that was mid-80s, 86, 87, she came home. Do you know what? She did Fulani people, the Fulani man like this. You can't see me. Why? You didn't actually pay bride price. Igbo man doesn't do that. If you don't pay bride price, you are not the owner of the children.
Okay, she returned home with the children? Or?
I'm telling you, the whole children belongs to him. And not only my sister, I have this family in my town. Fulani abducted the wife. The wife followed them. After giving birth to a boy, a man the same age with me. One twin, a twin again. The other boy, they were 4 in number. Do you know what? In 1985, they returned with the boy of the same age with me, the 2 twins, 2 sister twins, and 1 boy. Is it not 4?
Yeah.
They called them to order at the public square. Everybody gathered. The gong was sounded, and the actual speaker, an orator of my village, came out on the stage, elucidated properly our customs and tradition in regard of marriage. We don't abduct in Igbo land. We don't force people into marriage. Fulani man, what do you want? Did you pay dowry? He was laughing and laughing. That was how those children belong to their original father, the first husband. Till today, you must imbibe.
So you mean the Fulani man was denied of his child?
Till today now, am I lying to you?
Is that not an aberration?
No.
That means you made those children bastards.
No, they are not bastards. See, listen. The father is the owner. In Igbo land, if your daughter doesn't marry, she's giving birth in your compound, you inherit those children. If the husband come and pay money and pay too well, it is left for your daughter to decide if she's going to, your father, not even your daughter. And the man, are you going to take care of them? Failure to do so, they will come back home. This is Igbo tradition for you. You inherit your males, your maiden, your maid slaves. Slave where you buy with your money. If you born in your house, now you get those children. That's Igbo tradition. It's traced to Leviticus, Numbers, Exodus, and Deuteronomy.
You're telling me these things are all biblical?
I'm telling you it's biblical now. If you don't pay bride price, I'm telling you the truth in Igbo land. Anambra, where I come from, Oga, those children born to my sister, do you know who get them today? The Ogbachuku man that actually came for marriage. She loved her. She loved him, sorry. He loved her. That was where the children are.
Okay, today. On a final note,
we don't debate about Yakubu. Yakubu is from the Republic of Biafra.
Okay, away from that, I mean, there are so many crises going on. The wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been banished by Commando Ross, one very popular commando. I don't know if you know him, a commander of the Biafra Liberation Army, stating that she has been a saboteur one too many. You know, she has been dining with the enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and of course, for that reason, she has been banned. I think that's in Kechi, if I'm not mistaken.
No, the wife, I actually saw it on social media. It wasn't a banishment. A banishment in Igbo land is ostracization. Another word for it. And when a man or a woman commits abomination in Igbo land, abominable acts, there are many abominable acts. One is when you kill. If you take life in Igbo land, is an abomination. We don't take life. I don't really understand. Yeah. No matter how you go about it, even if police is involved, they will ostracize you in that community for 10 years. That is how my own is. I don't torture, I glorify reside where I come from. 10 years, you will come back and they will forgive you. So, using the word banishment on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's, wife, I think has actually spelled something is fitching. There are many persons, trying to castigate the woman and label her another name. She will never have been ostracized or banished. It is not in Igbo custom. So again, what I know was that the way Simon Ekpa was going about it in the past, many people were thinking that Ekpa has actually toppled Nnamdi Kanu, over this about this agitation of 18 leadership. So, but actually, an explanation from Ekpa is that he himself, as Biafran Prime Minister in exile, is under Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB. Listen, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife has never been at war with anybody. There was a time they fingered her, that she was attacking Simon Ekpa. Blah, 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 blah. Those stories are gone. Ekpa did well. Ekpa has succeeded on what? Giving Biafrans referendum in faraway Finland, Scandinavia, Europe. So this time around, whatever that person from BLA or whatever he is saying, I think is still a rumor. It is not made clearly, known to us with the Biafra agitations. So anything like that is just a fairy story. Those stories, it can go by telling the whole world that Nnamdi Kanu's wife was banished. Do you know the meaning of banishment? You go with all your load in Igbo land, you move out with all your children. You are going to escape at dawn, very early in the morning, as early as 3:34, so that you will not meet anybody on the path road, people that are going to farmland or going to fetch water from the streams. You escape very early in the morning so that nobody will see you. That is called banishment. Then ostracization in Igbo land is when you are ostracized, it means you won't buy market from any store or shop in that village or community. If you put a stand where you sell yam, apple, pineapple, or other farm products, it might be not even farm produce, nobody should come and buy from you. If you are attending anything, funeral or burial ceremony in that community, the people you came to visit, they will all turn their back on you. This is ostracization. Nobody should be greeting you. You will not be interacting with the people in the community. So banishment and ostracization, I think, it is a fake story. It shouldn't be for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife.
All right.
The person that wrote that narrative, he should ask himself where he comes from. Is he actually an Igbo man
Is a very
that understand
he is
tradition?
A very prominent commander.
In the
Biafra Liberation Army.
Fine. That's good. He's doing good job. But let us leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife. There's nothing like banishment or ostracization.
Okay, thank you very much for that brilliant submission.